Welcome to Cartoons and Stories '01, where exciting adventures and fun cartoons come to life. Get ready for a world of imagination.
In a big, leafy park, where the trees were starting to wear their autumn colors, lived a little squirrel. His name was Sammy. Sammy was a very energetic and playful squirrel with the floofiest tail you ever did see. Sammy's mama watched him play. She smiled, but she also looked a tiny bit worried. Winter is coming. All the other squirrels were busy, collecting nuts for the cold days ahead. But Sammy was busy chasing a beautiful butterfly. "Sammy, my dear Mama Squirrel said gently, winter will be here soon. We need to fill up our pantry with tasty nuts." Sammy looked determined. "Don't worry, Mama," he chirped. "I'll find the best nuts ever, the most delicious nuts in the whole park." And so, with a flick of his fluffy tail, Sammy set off. "My nutty adventure begins now," he squeaked. He hadn't gone far when he saw it, a beautiful, bright red leaf dancing in the autumn breeze. Sammy forgot all about nuts. He had to catch that dancing leaf. Leap, pounce, twirl, gotcha. He giggled, holding the pretty leaf. It was so red and swirly. But then Sammy remembered. "Oh dear," he thought. "Nuts? I'm supposed to be finding nuts." He tucked the leaf into his little bag and hurried on, his eyes peeled for yummy nuts. Soon, Sammy met Timothy Tortoise. Timothy was very old, very wise, and very, very slow. He was carrying one perfect, shiny acorn. Sammy zipped around Timothy. "Wow, Mr. Tortoise, that's a beautiful acorn," Sammy chirped. "But you're moving so slowly. You'll never gather enough nuts like that." Timothy smiled a slow, tortoise's smile. "Slow and steady, little squirrel," he said in his deep, rumbly voice, "often finds the very best nuts." Sammy wasn't quite sure what that meant, but he thanked Timothy and dashed off. He wanted to find lots of nuts, and quickly, high up in a tall tree, Sammy spotted them. Big, round walnuts. They looked delicious. But oh dear, the branch they were on looked very thin and very wobbly. Sammy started to creep out onto the branch. Wibble wobble, went to the branch. Whoops! The branch wobbled so much, Sammy nearly fell. He held on tight, but the walnuts, thump, thump, all fell down to the ground. Sammy scrambled back, his heart going thump-thump. Phew, that was a bit too wobbly, he thought. Maybe not those nuts. Scampering on, Sammy saw something unusual, caught on a twig. A piece of paper. He unfolded it. There was a drawing on it, a drawing of a funny tree, some wiggly lines, and a big red X. "Wow," gasped Sammy. "It must be a treasure map, a secret map leading to a giant pile of hidden nuts." Sammy looked at the map, then looked at the trees. He had to find that funny-looking tree. Aha! He saw a big mossy rock that looked just like a squiggle on his map. He was on the right track. Treasure map in paw, Sammy hurried on, his fluffy tail bobbing with excitement. Oh, no. A rushing river. Well, it was a little stream, but to Sammy, it looked like a big, splashy river. How will I cross the river? Sammy wondered. The treasure was on the other side. He looked around and saw it. A long, mossy log made a perfect little bridge. Sammy took a deep breath, wiggled his whiskers, and leap. He landed right on the log. Carefully, Carefully, he balanced and scurried across his log bridge to the other side. He made it, but who was this? Another squirrel. It was Squeaky, and Squeaky had a treasure map too. Squeaky saw Sammy. "Hey," Squeaky chattered. "That's my treasure map spot. I'm going to find those nuts first." Sammy held his map tight. "No, it's my treasure," he squeaked back. "I found my map first." They looked at each other. There was only one thing to do: race to the treasure. And they were off, scampering and dashing, leaping and bounding through the autumn woods. Squeaky was fast, but Sammy was clever, dodging and weaving through the trees. They followed their maps, looking for the special tree with the crooked branch. They reached the tree at the same time. This was it, the spot marked X. They looked around, but there was no treasure chest of nuts, just leaves and dirt. Sammy felt a big wave of disappointment. "Oh," he sighed. "It was just a silly drawing, after all." Squeaky grumbled too. I knew it was too good to be true. What a waste of time." But Sammy remembered what Timothy Tortoise had said. He started sniffing around the base of the tree, just in case. Sniff, sniff. He tapped the ground with his paw. Tap, tap. Wait, that sounded a bit hollow. Sammy started digging. Dig, dig, dig. His paws went so fast. Squeaky watched, wondering what Sammy had found. And there it was, hidden under the dirt, a secret stash of the most beautiful acorns and walnuts. "Wow," cried Sammy. "Real treasure. These nuts are perfect." They were the best nuts he had ever seen. Squeaky's eyes grew wide. "Wow, Sammy," he said, "you actually found treasure." Sammy looked at all the wonderful nuts. Then he looked at Squeaky. He remembered being kind to Antsy and Lady Dots. "There's enough to share, Squeaky," Sammy said generously, surprising himself a little. Squeaky looked surprised. "Really?" he asked. "You'd share with me?" Sammy nodded. So, together, they started gathering the wonderful treasure nuts, filling up their little bags. They worked together, helping each other carry the heavy bags of nuts back through the park. Sammy hurried back to Mama Squirrel, his little bag overflowing. "Look, Mama, look what I found." Mama Squirrel was so pleased. "Oh, Sammy," she said, giving him a big hug. "You found so many wonderful nuts. You had quite an adventure." Sammy told her all about his adventure, the map, the race, and how he shared his treasure with Squeaky. That winter, Sammy's pantry was full. He still loved to play and have fun, but he also remembered his nutty adventure and how good it felt to be prepared, to be clever, and most of all, to be kind. And Sammy the Squirrel, a little wiser and still very playful, knew that many more nutty adventures awaited him. The end.